We're online, ready to fire away. A digital breeze from cybernet seas. We may not make it out of the bay. Just unwind, it doesn't matter anyway. Try not to freeze or throw away the keys. The predator is now the prey. Things could be different. Things could be alright. Things could be innocent when dark becomes light. We're online, ready to fire away. Powered by a dream, connected to a screen. The revo's in 4K. We may not make it out of the bay. Just unwind, it doesn't matter anyway. Try not to freeze or throw away the keys. The predator is now the prey. Things could be different. Things could be alright. Things could be innocent when dark becomes light. We're online, ready to fire away. Connected to a screen, the revo's in 4K.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on in to round number 1 of another season of ACF1. I'm Adam EV500 in the commentary booth, and alongside with me, of course, as always, the man across the pond, James Williamson. James, it's another fresh season of ACF1. We're in a new car with the RSS Formula 1 2023. And, of course, looking at practice time right now, it's back to business as usual for Cody Lawrence.
Yep, as you said, Adam, new car, new tracks, same result, unfortunately, the way it looks of it after practice. Usual suspects. But we have to ask, they said new season, can anyone challenge Cody Lawrence last season? He was pretty unbeatable at times. He was certainly the most consistent driver. But, Mark Levine was certainly showed he had the pace, but, we'll see what this new car brings.
So tonight we are at the Buddh International Circuit, located in India. And it's an interesting circuit just by watching practice. You look at the configuration for the FIA sanctioned events. It looks quick. I mean, it's going to be a tough passing. I think it's going to be tough to pass that in a couple of turns, but it should probably keep this field pretty bunched up, and maybe that will help Mark Levine tonight.
Yep. Obviously, this track was used in real F1 from 2011 to 2014, so I think passing generally would be sort of turn 4. And maybe turn 16 if you get a good run in turn 1. So they're going to be the key passing points.
Well, it's 3.1 miles. We're seeing times in the low 120s. So, of course, Cody Lawrence quickest in practice with the 123.336. So he has gotten comfortable real quick with this new car, and he is ready to come back out here and try and defend his championship from last season, which he claimed the penultimate race, not the final race, though. Damian Hall, though, I think we could start talking about him again. A lot of bad luck for Damian Hall last season. A lot of things out of his control, and from really being up there last season. But it looks like he's got a decent time on the board, at least here tonight, sitting in P3 in practice.
Yeah, he was certainly one of the unluckiest drivers last season. Showed he had pace many a time, but could never convert it in races, unfortunately, due to either circumstances he caused or was just caught up in. So, yeah, he's certainly someone who could take the fact that we are a fresh start. Everything that's gone before doesn't matter, and he can certainly get in that championship fight. I would imagine him, Mark Levine and Cody Lawrence would be the front runners of that. But again, it's just a consistency factor, and Cody Lawrence last season won on having pace and consistency, while everyone else, may have had the pace to beat him on the day, but they couldn't have the consistency needed to do that, and over the long haul, certainly not.
Well, it's all a brand new season. Everybody starts off at 0 points, and of course, the first challenge of the race tonight is a 14-minute qualifying session. Got to put your best lap time up. Of course, everybody going on the soft tires. And 14 minutes, you can get quite a few laps in on a circuit like this. And obviously right now we see Mark Levine out on track first. Tyler Sainz behind him. Danny Hernandez here tonight. He is somebody we could probably look at tonight and go, hey, he might win this. He could win. He could definitely be up there if he goes back to a full-time position. Staxapan? Is that how you say that? Staxpan?
It's either that or some kind of like statics pan, maybe.
Statics pan. Yeah, there we go. Here tonight, and a familiar face. No, it is not a familiar face. Kyle Doherty
That seems like a new name.
Yep, that's a new name. There was a Doherty a few seasons ago that raced here full time for a couple of seasons. Matt Chevry, Cody Lawrence, Damian Hall, and Marco Jansen look good in practice as well. So here we go for Mark Levine here as he gets ready to put up his first qualifying lap. We'll ride on board here, get a good look at this circuit. Again, as James mentioned, this circuit was on the actual F1 calendar many years ago, it seems like now, in India, but now obviously not. So you've been an F1 fan, so talk about this circuit as we ride on board here with Mark Levine.
I can't remember much about it, man. It's like 10 years ago now. But I mean, I think the only thing I really remember is like Hamilton crashing into Massa in like 2012. I just remember it was just. The problem was also it was in F1 during that period where Red Bull were very dominant, which obviously is happening now. So I think Vettel won most of the races that were held there. It wasn't an easy overtaking track, which probably was unhelped by the cars at the time. But like I said before, like turn 4, turn 1, they're going to be the main passing points. Obviously, virtual racing is a lot different to real racing, so we'll probably see passing in places you wouldn't expect. But Mark Levine now is trying to get. I'm not sure if this lap's going to count as valid because he's been
wide.
A lot of the outside, running a lot of the outside curbs, so we'll see what happens there. But it was always it looks like it has counted, but it is a fun track. It's just it's hard to remember. Like there wasn't really many memorable moments from what I remember with the old F1 races there.
Head over to Cody Lawrence here as he's going to cross the finish line now, and it's a 1:23.8. Goes 5/10 quicker than Mark Levine. So
he's such a relentless individual.
He gets the maximum amount of the car. He is, especially in open wheel. We should preface that. That's mainly what we've seen him racing here at Apollo Racing Club, and he was very dominant when we did the Codemasters EA F1 games. And of course, he's very consistent here. His first time actually racing with us in ACF1, he won his first race. So he knows what he's doing. Matt Chevry here, and he is currently on is he on a lap?
I believe so.
Yeah, he is on a lap. No, he's not. He's on an out lap. Okay, now that the timing
I think the problem is there. I think half the time when you do an out lap, it's like acting like it's a real lap. Because I noticed when everyone was crossing the line for the first time, it was laying down laps.
Yeah. Static pan.
Confusing.
He's on an out lap, or they are on an out lap. Allard.
I think most people have done their first run by now, and they'll be on to the second one. So,
yeah, a lot of out laps happening right now. Let's head over to Fox. Kieran Fox. He said he was going to have the flashiest livery and the loudest livery, I should say, and
he certainly looks like he's winning.
Yeah,
it's the kind of monstrosity that should be allowed, but Kieran Fox is a mod, so I guess we have to accept that he wants to off on a car and drive it around the circuit.
Well, it's colorful, let's just say that much. So
yeah, it's let's just say he's a Benetton driver.
Well, as we watch Kieran Fox go around now, he is also on an out lap. Let's head over to Mark Levine. He just put up a purple sector 2. Got on the curb and actually stayed within the track. Didn't go wide that time in that corner. comes into the final corner. He improves to a 123.8, has a purple sector 2 and 3. So what does Cody Lawrence have?
I just say I'm glad that Mark Levine isn't also in a Red Bull livery anymore. I had like 3 Red Bull liveries last season. It was far too many.
Far too many.
Yeah.
And
Cody Lawrence improved slightly on that
by
lap.
a tenth. By a tenth, he improves. He got the purple. He went purple sector 3.
Yeah.
So now the top 2 are a tenth off each other. That's going to be something to watch out for. Danny Hernandez is 0.8 off the pace. So let's see if we finally got some times in now on the board. We do. We have 12 current drivers who have put up a valid lap, and the order is Cody Lawrence, Mark Levine, Danny Hernandez, Kieran Fox, and Damian Hall, your top 5.
It's sort of the top 5 at the moment is kind of what we've come to expect with this series for the last season or so. Kieran Fox, mentioned him earlier. He's got potential to win a race. I think, isn't he a former series champion?
Yeah, he's a multiple former.
There we go.
Multiple series champion. He also
you
won.
can't count it off.
He also won the street circuit last year or last season.
Yes, he did. Yes.
Yeah. So
it's not someone you can count out. And like I said, everyone's at 0. So by the end of tonight, anyone could be leading that championship. But Cody Lawrence is certainly hoping it'll be him by after the end of this, as he's currently on pole position, slightly ahead of Mark Levine, who is certainly matching him almost for pace. There wasn't much difference after the second runs between them. But we'll have to see if Danny Hernandez, Kieran Fox, Damien Hill can close in a bit closer.
yeah, the gap is about a second from Cody Lawrence to Kieran Fox. So
yeah,
it's the first race of the season. It wasn't just, if you think about it, we ended the season.
Wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't really all that long ago. So, you had to transition into a new car. And get comfortable with the new car. Again, I don't think there's much difference in last year's car compared to this year's car. Again, I'm not entirely sure. I'm still waiting on feedback from drivers as we go up through the season.
Damien Hills has popped into 3rd with a 24.6, but again, it's still almost a second behind the front 2. Like I say, Hernandez back into 3rd.
Yeah, he took it right back.
but again, it's almost like 2 different classes going on at the moment. You've got Lawrence and Levine almost in a world of their own. Oh man, he's ragged edge.
Just watch that? He was pinned down to the floor with the throttle. He was not giving up that corner.
And it wasn't even a purple sector. It's purple sector 1, green sector 2. This looks like it's going to be an improvement unless he really blows sector 3, but
he's using every inch of this track right now as he comes into the final corner, and he will cross the line here. And he goes quicker by 0.3 of a second, a 123.4. Wow.
He wants that championship already.
He's just like, I'm back. New season.
Yeah, it's not even like sandbagging or even giving people false hope. He's basically saying, I'm Cody Lawrence and I'm going to win this championship.
As we see Rebel Gale spinning in front of Mark Levine here, who's on an outlap. Yep. He's getting ready here.
Has he got any response to what Cody put down? That's the question.
That is the real question. We should preface this: Cody Lawrence and Mark Levine are friends. They are very competitive, but those two they're friends. They know each other and have raced together in other leagues as well. So they know how each other races and how this goes. And a little bit of wheel spin there from Mark Levine. Way too much throttle on the exit of that corner.
I think that's going to just hurt him all the way down this straight. So that's pole lap over if he was going to go for that. I would say.
Yep.
If you make an improvement,
I would just go back into the pits. Yep,
yeah, there's traffic as well. Is done. Yeah, He must have been listening to you, Adam. But Danny Hernandez, he's on a lap now.
Yep.
See if he's got anything to answer for these two boys at the front.
He's 6/10 behind Mark Levine, and that would put him pretty much, just over a second, and he stops. He's not improving. Go to Damian Hall, and no!
He cursed him.
I cursed him on that one.
Yeah.
Just like all last season. All last season, I would start to hype him up, and all of a sudden he crashes. And I'm sorry, Damian. I'm sorry. Maybe we should just keep the camera away from Damian, let him have a quiet race. And just
we should not mention him at all and see if he wins. And then we'll say, oh yeah, he won at the end after not mentioning him for the whole race.
We're not going to mention him. If he is in the lead tonight, we are not going to switch to it. We won't even watch the pass to the lead because I feel like we have an absolute curse on him.
You really do. Well, you do.
You're part of this broadcast team too, so
I'm still too new at this to be cursing people. You're a whole hand. You're the curse man. You're the curse doctor. Kieran Fox, he's on a lap at the moment, I believe. If he can nick at least up to third, I think. Realistically, a lot of these drivers are thinking third is the best they're going to do against Levine and Lawrence at the moment. So Kieran Fox coming into the final sector. It's really, really fast through there.
He was. Was it just me, or did it look like he hesitated for a minute and then he just punched it? I felt like he hesitated for just a slight second. He thought about it and then he's decided to do it. And here he comes across the line now. Does he improve? He does improve, but not position. Damian Hall is still out in front of him by 0.13 of a second.
And that's his last run as well. I mean, you've got Danny Hernandez, he's trying one last run. Mark Levine's on a lap at the moment, I believe.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he has to be. If you pretty much aren't on a lap now, you're not going to get round in time. There's a few drivers maybe in that scenario. Only 8 seconds left on the clock.
And Cody Lawrence is also on a lap.
Oh no. Well, it's all or nothing now. Can Mark Levine do anything?
Lawrence. Man, that was a little scrappy there through that complex of corners. The thing is, it looks a bit scrappy, but at the same time, it looks very fast. So he might still be gaining the time. Adam, you just never know. Cody's purple sector 1, and Mark Levine into the wall. That's his qualifying over.
Yep, and I would imagine now that's going to be at least Cody Lawrence pole, even if he doesn't finish this lap.
Well, let's keep an eye on him here, as he is purple sector 1 down in sector 2. And now he's coming through that penultimate corner into the final. And again, he looks quick, but it doesn't look nearly as scrappy as Mark Levine there was in that middle sector. So, and oh my Lord, he improved by almost 1/10 of a second, a 1:23.3. Does Danny Hernandez have something here? Does he have anything? He improved in sector 3.
Yeah, he has traffic in front of you, I know that much. I think I think the traffic may have affected him. William Nero just put in his best lap. One thing we didn't notice was Matt Chevry popped up into Damian Hall out of nowhere.
Damian Hall.
We didn't mention him, you see. Didn't curse him.
Didn't curse him. Congratulations, Damian.
Matt Chevry also put in a lap at the end there, and he's starting 6th now.
Wow.
I think he was in 5th initially, so a few people made moves on that final go. And now we can get ready, Adam, 30 laps of the Buddha International Circuit. Now we've got quite a competitive field here. There'll be some interesting racing going on.
I mean, obviously,
a lot of drivers been close.
You know, that gap between Mark Levine and Cody Lawrence really, I don't think it does a whole lot of justice. I think Cody's probably one of the best, hot lappers for sure. He does a phenomenal job on one lap pace. Obviously, we saw through qualifying, he improved lap after lap after lap after lap, and Mark Levine doesn't necessarily have that one lap pace, But his race pace will probably be pretty decent in when we have 30 laps around here.
That's very true.
Well, so the order looks like this. It's going to go Cody Lawrence, Mark Levine, Damian Hall, Danny Hernandez, Kieran Fox, Matt Chevry, Leg Smith, Marco Jansen, Micah Locke, Rebel Gales, Jerome, Kyle Doherty, William Neron, Tyler Sainz, Angela, Frankie Franchica. That's a familiar name from iRacing days. And Yard Meat, Allard, Statics Pants, and Atlas Hain.
And
do we have one more?
Eric Trombini. Trombini.
There's 21 drivers tonight, so apologize for the confusion there. But here we go. It is now time, ladies and gentlemen, to go racing here at Apollo Racing Club in ACF1.
You didn't fancy it then? You could have raced in your safety car special there. So let's see if they get through turn one. First race of the season. Are they going to get through turn one, Adam? Without major damage or carnage?
Well, that'll be the question here.
It'll be answered in 20 seconds.
In 20 seconds. What kind of chaos do we see tonight?
I like how you're predicting chaos.
Well, here we go. 6 lights will come on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights on, and 6 lights will. Oh, we got a jump start already. We'll go out. That's Damian Hall jump start, and what a launch there!
Oh no!
By Cody Lawrence is now the field coming through now. And everybody keeping it nice and neat through turn one. Little bumping and banging through everybody, but everybody keeps it nice and neat. Not a good start there. Oh, we have a major clogged artery here.
Yep, and some bumping and banging going on at the back.
But it looks like everybody again making it through. So some lockups already happening as well. And 3-second time penalty for Trombini for a DRS violation. You have to be within 1 second of the car in front to get the DRS, and it comes on lap number 3.
You have to appreciate the enthusiasm. But Mark Levine, he's trying to hold on to Cody Lawrence so he can do DRS. He's trying to keep on to him to lap 3. And then see what kind of advantage it gives you down that back straight. But Cody Lawrence already looking like he wants to get a nice gap, run away with it. Mark Levine needs to do whatever he can to try and keep him there. Danny Hernandez though in P3, that's a nice start for him. Matt Chevry up to P4 from his 6th starting position, but obviously helped that Damian Hall jumped the start and then lost a bunch of positions after that when he tried to stop and fix the scenario. And now he's taking his drive-through.
Taking his drive-through.
What a start to the season, man. After all we said.
Yep.
What a shame.
Oh, we got a spinner, stacks of pan. Oh.
And then a few people decided to join him. That's Yard Meat. Is it Matt Doherty?
Doherty.
Matt Doherty's a footballer. That's why I was thinking that.
And Damian Hall down to 6th.
Did he get involved in that?
No, he did not. He was not involved.
He just caught up with it afterwards.
Yeah.
But that's there's a few people having bad starts to the season, unfortunately. But one person who is doing all right so far is Legs, and he's in a very smart car. I like some of the deliveries that are going on here this year.
That's also a very loud livery.
Yeah, that actually might be better than Fox's. The loudness stakes. May have to put it to a poll at some point later on in the season, Adam. Write it down. Which livery was best? Or who wore it best?
Who wore it best?
Yeah.
Well, we should talk about this battle, though, between Marco Jansen and Legs here. And we saw Marco last year at a few races. He's got some good pace. He can definitely get up towards the front, but he's got to stay out of trouble.
He has got to stay out of trouble, and also he's getting to the point now where we're going to have DRS, so it's going to help him in his battle with Legs, and we'll get a first taste of how DRS is going to help our drivers on this back straight once they reach that point. Although Matt Chevry's had a problem because he's dropped back into this battle now, and he's very slow off that corner, and that's helped Legs as well, because now he's got both Legs and Marco Jansen have both got DRS, and they both managed to get around Matt Chevry, who was very slow. So very slow onto that straight. So I don't know what kind of problem he's had, but it's all been undone. Sorry, Marco Jansen dropped back there down to P7. And all that yard meet's been given a drive-through for speeding, so he's going to the pit road and decided to speed. But at the moment, Legs is up to P5, Matt Chevry is P6. Marco Jansen, who was past Matt Chevry a minute ago, has dropped back after running wide, and he's down to P7. And behind them, we've got Rebel Gales and William Neron snapping at the heels. They're in DRS range, so Marco Jansen needs to try and catch back up to Matt Chevry, because he's in the danger zone now on this lap. Legs has just put up maybe one of the faster laps of the race. I think we need to watch Marco Jansen now down this back straight, because Rebel Gales and William Neron are both going to have DRS on him.
We have a huge accident here. Angela is in trouble.
Angela,
was involved with
is it Stuffy?
Hayne, I think. Wasn't quite able to see everything that had happened there. But
they were close to each other, so possibly. But can't really just throw drivers under the bus without proof. Well, can we?
Allard and Jerome fighting it out here.
There's a few battles shaping up here through the field. At the front, obviously, Cody Lawrence is 2.5 seconds ahead of Mark Levine now. Danny Hernandez is pretty solid in third. He's snapping at the heels of Mark Levine, trying to get into that DRS range, but he has a good 5 seconds over Kieran Fox in fourth, who himself has a 3-second gap over Legs. But behind Legs is Matt Chevry, who's trying to recover from an incident he had in turn 2, where he got very slow off that corner, and he's going to try and get back up to fifth. Marco Jansen also had an issue earlier where he ran wide, lost a spot and lost a bit of time, but he's managed to get closer up to Matt Chevry and Legs again, so he might be on into this battle very soon. Rebel Gales and William Neron dropped back. They were only a second behind Marco Jansen only a lap ago. I don't know what happened to those two, but they've dropped back 3 seconds now. So we've got little pockets of racing here, Adam, and then little gaps in between those pockets. So it's like, everyone's in their own little 3 or 4 car battle at the moment. There's a few Legs there. Overtaken by Matt Chevry.
Yep, got the DRS and flew right past him, but Legs is going to do hit.
Sorry, I was going to say the DRS is proving very powerful early on here, Adam.
Yes, and we saw last season the DRS did come into play in some tracks, and tracks that you would expect the DRS to have an effect didn't really have all that much helping in terms of getting a DRS. And now Legs has fallen backwards all the way to Marco Jansen, who was watching this battle. Now he's caught up to everybody as Cody Lawrence at 1:28.003 getting the fastest lap.
Yeah, Cody Lawrence marching on, getting 2 or 3 tenths a lap on Mark Levine and Danny Hernandez. Like I said, Marco Jansen has worked his way back into this battle. This lap is maybe thinking he can maybe get around Legs, but Legs will probably be thinking he can get around Matt Chevry because they're all within a second. So Legs and Marco Jansen are going to be having DRS in a second. So has Matt Chevry got any kind of defence? That's the question. He's gone to the inside, so he's going to try and force Legs to go around the outside with the DRS if he does get close enough. Getting down towards turn 4 now. His Legs got enough legs in him to make a dive. What a dive down the inside. Matt Chevry left in the room.
Got Legs, it done.
He did get it done, and looks like these guys are going to be exchanging position back and forth for most of the race. Like so, that DRS is proving very powerful, but it was a very brave move as well by Legs to dive down the inside on Matt Chevry. Bit of a late breaker. Paid off, and he's up into 5th now.
Question is, can he drive away from Chevry? That's the one part he's got to do now. He's got to get in front, got to pull that 1 second gap in order to make sure he can hold on to it without having to battle Matt Chevry all race. And
is quite a bit of distance through the second sector. If you just need to get out that 1 second range, that's the first thing. But I don't think he's going to be able to do it because I think this is the problem. He's not got away from him. Matt Chevry is going to use the DRS and he's going to pull him back in. Whether Matt Chevry gets past on this back straight, and as we've seen so far, if you're within half a second, you definitely got a shot of getting a pass by the end of the straight with the DRS. So Legs now, can he hold on?
DRS open for Matt Chevry here. Will he be brave and try and do the same move that Legs did on him? And no, Legs actually defends on the inside, and he'll have a decent run out of the corner, but Matt Chevry hot on his heels as they now come down into the final corner. That's not the final corner. Where are we at?
No, we're in the middle sector at the moment. And it's very hard to overtake here. This is very much a follow the car in front and not lose a bunch of time sector, but Matt Chevry there had a very wide exit out of the chicanes, and
that was a
yeah, they're getting a bit scrappy here, these three, but Legs is trying to get away, he makes a mistake. Matt Chevry's trying to get past him, he makes a mistake. Marco Johnson's just sat watching it all and like, well, can you two hurry up and make some mistakes so I can get past?
He a slight twitch, he went a little bit wide, and that car was wanting to go sideways for sure. And how unfortunate would that be after this great battle that we're watching here? Be unfortunate to see a car out of this battle not make it all the way to the checkered flag. So, but you can see Chevry, he's on the hard tire, same with Legs. So we've seen kind of a mixture of tires. We've seen medium runners, we've seen hards. I don't think we have a soft. And here comes Chevry. He was able to get closer this time. Makes a move down the inside before Legs could defend it.
Yeah, Legs is trying to switch back now, but I don't think he's got enough room, and he's obviously on the outside for this turn anyway, so Matt Chevry now back up into 5th, but again, these three just put a blanket over him. The times are very similar, and none of them are able to actually, do enough to get away from the others at him in the sections where the DRS isn't available. So Legs now is just going to try and hold on. He's actually almost lost a second, so he needs to do what he can just to hold on through this final sector, get the DRS again, and he can pull back onto the back of Matt Chevry, try and maybe make a move again. But Matt Chevry, he's been passed by Legs once, so he'll be wise to what he did last time, and hopefully maybe counter it a bit harder than the first time around. He almost broke the DRS range, but he didn't quite. I think Matt Chevry has the most pace when he's ahead. He's just under 129, and Legs and Marco Johnson both did 131s there. But he's not broken that toe, so now it's Damien Hall disconnects. I don't know if that's an accident or if
he crashed right here.
Well, he's starting the season off in the way we were trying, saying he didn't need to. Matt Chevry holds on to 5th this time, but Legs is right at the back of him. And this is where the battle been. Although Marco Jansen has been dropped by these two now, Adam. He's back 2 seconds behind. But he's got a 4-second gap back to William Neron. Let's just say, these three are in a great battle. The guy in front's 6 seconds up the road, the guy behind's 4 seconds down the road. You know, it's like its own little world.
Well, Jansen must have had a moment because he's 2.4 seconds back. So, and Lake's still keeping up here with Matt Chevry, and you know, he's still within DRS and not allowing Matt Chevry to get away real quick.
No, he's getting. I think he might just be out of DRS range now. It's just over a second. I don't know if that was when it happened at the detection zone. No, it didn't. He was allowed to use the DRS. Oh no, he wasn't. He's got a 3-second penalty for illegal DRS use.
That penalty came in way late.
It really did. I thought initially it was like, oh, it's fine. He was just in it, but apparently not. I think he's out there again. So Matt Chevry's starting to stretch his legs a bit away from legs. That was a terrible pun. Marco Jansen 2.5 seconds back. So these three were battling hard, but I think Matt Chevry's showed a bit of his pace now. You know, he probably more thinking, can he get onto the back of Kieran Fox? Because we've got someone in the grass there. Is that Tony Kanaan?
Tromboni. TK. It's okay.
Yeah, it was close enough. I think Mikkel Locke is DNF somewhere along the way. Damien Hill's actually back in the race, so I guess he didn't crash.
But he
must have disconnected. He must have had what I have when I play ACC, where you just get disconnected and it basically ruins your race, and you wonder why you bother with this sort of thing. I've got a speed drive-through penalty for is it Atlas Haynes or?
Yeah, Atlas Haynes.
Atlas Haynes, yeah. So it'll be another trip to the pits for him after this.
Jansen into the pits as well. So 11 laps, we're seeing that medium tire starting to fall off.
Yeah, I'd imagine it'd probably be hard to the end from here for a lot of people. We've got Marco Jansen, William Neron, and Jerome also hitting the pits now.
And Hayne decided that
that was enough. Done. That's fair enough, you know.
Well,
so battle-wise, Frankie Franchique is close to William Neron at the moment, but we're going through the pit stops phase, so I guess now we're looking for any undercuts, overcuts that people perform and see where everyone ends up once the pit stops are complete. Mark Levine has gone for an early pit stop. He's the first of the front runners to go down pit road. See if we can make any headway on Cody Lawrence, who we haven't spoken about much in the last couple of laps of him, but he's certainly was having a commanding lead. Got 7 seconds over Danny Hernandez at the moment.
That's better than the massive gap that he would get. So, orders kind of jumbled up here as Fox is 11 seconds back on Danny Hernandez. Matt Chevry 6.7 seconds. Very comfortable in that 4th spot.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's all jumbled up. Mark Levine is first of the people who've pitted at the moment. And then Marco Jansen, William Neron are the next two who've actually pitted. So, like I said, we're in that weird phase where we just need to wait for everyone to pit to see whether they're all shaking out. But Mark Levine will be wanting to have some clean laps at the moment. I don't think he's really getting it. He's sort of dropped into traffic. He was coming up on Matt Chevry very quickly, but he absolutely flies past him. I think Matt Chevry just was almost frightened out of the way. Mark Levine was attacking that corner.
It's probably one of those instances where you got.
Yeah, you're not my fight. Let it out of the way.
Yeah, you're not gonna race him. Just get out of the way. Let him by. Save yourself the heartache and the time, and get into the pit lane. Yeah, and he was pitting anyway, so he was getting out of his way. And
well, he thought, I want some of that, and he's gonna get some tires on so he can start attacking those corners that hard.
Well, let's see what happens here. I wonder if Danny Hernandez will pit.
I imagine Fox and Danny Hernandez will be pitting soon, but at the same time, they're kind of in their own little race, really. Danny Hernandez is very, very comfortable in third. Kieran Fox is very comfortable in fourth. These two, I can't see him losing or gaining too much with taking an early stop. I don't think either of them have got anything from Mark Levine, and certainly not Cody Lawrence. And they weren't really troubled by the people behind. But then Matt Chevry's pace was very good. But obviously, when you're in a fight, you're not showing that true pace lap after lap. So if Matt Chevry's got now his sort of freedom in the city to really attack the track, he could certainly be a factor in the battle for the final podium spot. If Cody Lawrence and Mark Levine indeed do finish first and second. There we are, Mark Levine, fastest lap of the race.
Hey,
Cody Lawrence can't wait too long to pit. I know he had a decent gap over Mark Levine, but he's losing.
He's losing
4 seconds. 4 seconds. Last lap was 1:30.3. Mark Levine at 26.8. It's almost 4 seconds right there. It's not. It wouldn't take a couple laps like that, and he's gonna be under pressure when he comes out. Well, obviously then he will have the fresher tyre, but you want that track position, Adam.
Mark Levine going for a two-stopper here because he's on the medium tires, and that's only going to last 11, 12, 13 laps.
It's certainly not beyond the realms of possibility for Mark. He did do some interesting strategies at times last year and made him work. But maybe he knows that he can make it on one stop from here. But he just needs to get right. He just needs to not lose too much time behind people like Kieran Fox and other people he's racing. I mean, Cody Lawrence now is pitted. He's on the mediums as well.
And this is going to be tight.
I actually think Kieran Fox is maybe going to. No, Mark Levine is dropped into is ahead of Cody Lawrence by quite a significant margin as well, for over 3 seconds.
And Fox has not made a pit stop, so he will stop at some point, but a decent gap for Mark Levine, who's now your race leader. And that was due to the undercut that Mark Levine did. Nice job there by Mark Levine.
Oh yeah, he put in some great laps and did his best to not get held up by traffic too much. So great job. It's just like whether he can hold off now. He's got 3 seconds. However, we did see last year races where Cody Lawrence was leading, and then he would not very often, but he did make at least one mistake at one round where he was chasing down. It was actually Mark Levine that day, and Spannon ended up finishing third.
Well, then you had Monza.
Yeah, that was involved in that car there that day.
Scary got him pretty good. Same with other
drivers.
Got
everyone. I'm about to say, got everyone pretty good that day.
One of those races that we should have had a counter for how many.
I think if next time we do it, we should just have one just in case we get another. Everyone spins at a Scary race. Mark Levine though, He's actually, I think he's increased his gap on that first lap, so maybe Cody Lawrence got held up by traffic. 4 seconds, Adam. That's a good chunk, and yeah, Cody Lawrence was pulling away, but it was only 2 or 3 tenths a lap, so he's going to take a while as the car is stopped in the middle of the road.
That's Damian Hall.
I guess he's disconnected.
Okay, there he goes. Like, his car was definitely in a very unsafe position for drivers.
I thought maybe it was a train driver and he was just striking, but apparently not. But hey, this game likes to throw out some interesting scenarios, Adam.
Well, here's the scenario now. Cody Lawrence on the medium tires will have a 2-lap tire life advantage as we are past the halfway point now. Mark Levine has a 3.2 second lead over Cody Lawrence, and that gap is slowly dropping, so hopefully they hit a bit of traffic here and help out Mark Levine a little bit, and for Mark Levine to hold on to his lead. Danny Hernandez is still out there. He still needs to take a pit stop. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Cody Lawrence is probably the 26.8, but again, he's still got 3 seconds. Like I said, Danny Hernandez has got a pit. Kieran Fox finally hits pit road. You mentioned the thing about traffic. There isn't really a lot of traffic between Mark Levine and Cody Lawrence for quite a while. You know, they've got quite a lot of free track for at least a fair few laps.
Yeah, if you look at the mini map here, you can see Mark Levine here. Well, actually, this is Mark Levine, the one in the light blue, and he is not closing that gap to Danny Hernandez, or is he? He is. It's 3 seconds.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Danny's tires must be screaming at this point.
Oh yeah, especially on the hard tires. Those tires are not going to be very happy now. And yeah, there's all this open air here. You know, it's a clear track, and for Cody Lawrence, if he's in clean air, I mean, he'll bust in lap after lap.
Yeah, well, he's down to 2.5 seconds now, so he's probably going to be another fastest lap when he crosses the line here. Danny Hernandez is finally pitted. That frees Mark Levine. Cody Lawrence 26.2. That's like 6 tenths faster than his last lap. He is cutting into this advantage, Adam, very quickly. But catching is one thing, passing is another. And Mark Levine just needs to keep his head down, try and put in the laps he can. And I guess now we see if Danny Hernandez is under pressure from Legs. But Legs is now pitting. So that ends that pressure. Matt Chevry, I guess, is the next guy. Who I believe is he pitted? If he's pitted, he's jumped Kieran Fox along the way. He has pitted, and he has jumped Kieran Fox. So Matt Chevry, through the pit stop phase, has moved up to P4, Adam. And he's only he's 10 seconds back for Danny Hernandez in that final podium spot. But that gives him something to aim for. See if he can cut into that advantage. We could cut into that advantage. Cody Lawrence now just 2 seconds back. Current reigning champion wants to win it again. Wants to get off to a great start, Adam, and get that win after putting it on the pole. But Mark Levine, certainly if someone who's was able to keep pace with him last season, currently trying to do everything he can to hold on to that P1 position. In further, most of the field is in their own little races now. The best battle at the moment is between Legs in 7th and William Nero in 8th. And wow, look at that! There's a lap car involved here. That's spicing things up, Adam.
It kind of did. Oh, and he almost blocks William Neron, goes wide, and and here comes William Neron trying to go around the outside, and they almost make contact.
Oh my word! He was sliding through that corner. He did. Legs was sliding through that turn. dirt tracking it almost. But William Neron gets the move done with a bit of help from a lap car and some interesting driving lines. Kieran Fox up into 5th at the moment. He's trying to get back behind past Matt Chevrolet. He was done a great job really, because he was a good 8 or 9 seconds behind before the pit stops on Kieran Fox. But Kieran Fox back up to 4th with the help of the DRS. As we've seen a lot tonight, Adam. That DRS down that back straight, proving very powerful, and a lot of moves being done.
Well, here comes Legs again. DRS wide open. He's got the straight line speed for that, and he gets around William Neron, and now he's free to chase Marco Jansen. And and it's unfortunate for Legs because he was at one point in 5th, and now he's fallen back all the way down to 7th. So he's just he's got a 14-second gap. That had to have been his 3-second time penalty affected or something.
Yeah, he pitted quite late, so I guess that was the problem. He pitted quite late compared to a lot of people, and as we saw, he really did lose a lot of time in those scenarios. 3-4 seconds a lap, and that adds up very quickly. So Legs now, he needs to do what he can to catch up to Marco Jansen, who's definitely profited from all this and is now in P6. Oh, is that Marco Jansen actually pitting?
That is Jansen pitting. So, well, that wasn't too bad for Legs there. So he'll be happy about that.
But again, but I guess the thing, like I said, you mentioned 2 stops earlier with Mark Levine. I mean, speaking of Mark Levine, I don't know if Cody Lawrence has got past him at some point. Mark Levine is pitting.
Yep. So 2 stops.
It was on a 2-stop. Yeah.
He's got the gap, I think, to Danny, so
it'd be touch and go. I think about 21 seconds is on that sort of cut line between getting out in front or behind. You won't have much of an advantage. Another set of mediums.
Yep. Which, I mean, they got some pace, especially new, so maybe we'll see it. And Danny Hernandez has gotten by Mark Levine. So Mark Levine now has 10 laps to really push the pace and get back on Cody Lawrence's tail and try and have a chance of winning this? Or is he just trying to keep his position without the threat behind him, which I don't think it really was much of a threat tonight?
He may have been trying to cover that off, or maybe he knows Cody's going to pit again. I mean, we were seeing with the mediums before, 10-11 laps was the limit, so you got a few drivers out there 6-7 laps into a stint on those mediums, so is that going to be enough to last to the end? Another 9 laps at him. I don't think people really want to be pushing the mediums to 12-15 laps, so Mark Levine, first of all, he needs to get around Danny Hernandez. Then he needs to see how much of an advantage he has over Cody Lawrence. But 20-odd seconds is going to be hard to chase down in 9 laps without Cody's tyres falling off dramatically very quickly.
Well, Cody right now has had 8 laps on those tires, so they are going to have some wear. They're going to have a little bit of wear, I think. But is it going to be enough? That's really the question. But Mark Levine has already gained a full second onto Danny Hernandez. So he is obviously quick. He had a purple sector 2 and 3. Now if he puts this lap together, he'll have, if he would quit locking up the brakes, he would have a pretty quick lap time here, but he's still gaining time. And Matt Chevrolet is 1.8 seconds behind Kieran Fox, now in 5th place. Legs is still 25 seconds behind him. And Legs pitted 3 laps ago. Oh, we have a crash.
Marco Johnson's just come around, I think.
Yep, Marco Jansen.
You got caught up with someone, but either way is not an incident. That's unfortunate because he was in P5 or P6 and looking very safe there, and it's all come apart very quickly, Adam. Mark Levine nearly got caught with a lap car there. So once again, adding the lap cars at times, they're causing a few problems for our lead drivers.
Yeah. Again, that comes with the fact that trying to pass in certain parts of the track is very difficult.
It really is, and again, it comes back to the whole traffic management situation, and catching traffic at the wrong time, like I say, it can unfortunately cost you time just because there's no real safe way to get around. And obviously, I believe there's probably a rule in this series to yield. I'm thinking iRacing here. Well, there isn't actually one of those rules, and sometimes it can be difficult to effectively get through traffic and not lose time. Matt Chevy's decided to pit again from P5. So the question is he going to come out ahead of Legs in P6?
Well, it's going to be close, I think, because Legs was 25 seconds, and now he is 1.25 or 1.1 seconds now, and the fight is on.
The fight is certainly on. He's not going to get the DRS though, unfortunately, down this back straight. But Cody Lawrence has decided to pit. Cody Lawrence is pitting.
Oh,
so our current leader is pitting. And is there someone in the grass? Is someone in the grass there? I don't know what's going on.
Somebody was in the grass, but we got to.
I mean, why not?
All right, Cody Lawrence coming out of the pit lane here. Where does Mark Levine come out? Does he get in front of Cody Lawrence here? And does Danny Hernandez go to the lead? He does. Yes. Danny Hernandez out to the lead. Cody Lawrence right behind this fight here, and it's game on.
It's game on, and I guess Danny Hernandez now is. Oh, Cody's on softs as well.
Oh, he's going to be.
Well, he's going to be flying, but how long do they last at him? That's the question. He's got 6 laps to go.
Yeah, and you have to not only catch this pack here, and you got to.
Mark Levine's going for the lead. Sorry, Mark Levine's going for the lead. I think he's got it.
Danny Hernandez.
He does. It looks like he does. Danny Hernandez fighting very hard. Obviously, he's trying to hold on. But Mark Levine had the inside line when it counted, and he needs this. He also needs Cody Lawrence to be held up for a bit, because Mark Levine needs to do whatever he can to try and get a bit of a gap, because once Cody Lawrence is free from Danny Hernandez on those soft tyres, he is going to be coming very hard and very fast towards Mark Levine.
Well, this is going to be an interesting fight here as we hit 6 laps to go when they cross the line this time. And DRS not open. No, they don't do the DRS down the front straight. Here comes Cody Lawrence. He's trying to get down the inside. Danny Hernandez. Danny Hernandez almost makes contact with Cody Lawrence. That was absolutely close.
It was. Danny Hernandez is doing what he can to hold on here.
He lost a lot of time.
Oh, he was always going to be hard to hold off unless he really squeezes Cody down the back. But Cody Lawrence is going to get past now. But before that, Danny Hernandez basically gave him the minimum amount of room to get around that corner.
Yep.
But Cody Lawrence is free, and he's less than a second from Mark Levine. So, Mark Levine got any answer? Can he hold on? Will Cody's tyres drop off quicker?
Danny Hernandez needs to stay within the DRS to try and get another go at Cody again. But he's out of it now. And Cody Lawrence is really pushing the issue here. Last time through, they were almost even on pace. Cody Lawrence 26.29, Mark Levine at 26.6. So Cody Lawrence, purple sector 1, green sector 2. But these two, they're gonna scrap this one out, I think.
Coming up to traffic though, Adam, that's gonna be a factor here. Who's gonna get through this traffic the quickest?
Well, for Mark Levine right now, you are trying to push to get to that traffic, get on that long straight. And
But it's going to give him DRS as well. That's going to help him
Yeah.
down his back straight. He's going to
Yeah.
get DRS off the best lap car. He should have. And that's going to be Cody Lawrence cursing his luck because if he'd had DRS and Mark Levine hadn't, he would have been right on his bumper.
DRS and clean air. What a free feeling right there.
Yeah, and look at that. He's managed to maintain his half-second gap. Cody Lawrence couldn't make any headway. That's one less lap. Now Cody Lawrence has to work with those tyres. I'd imagine they're getting closer and closer towards the point where the life is not as great.
Well, you say that, but then he puts up a purple sector 1. So,
well, yes. But
lap car almost got involved in that one. And
well, the traffic's been very kind to Mark Levine so far. It's not really causing many problems. And he's caught some of them in right bad locations. The other one's out of the way. Everyone seems to know what's going on here. The front two drivers battling for the win, and they are doing everything not to be the person who caused a race winning clash. One of our drivers, but now Cody Lawrence right at the back of Mark Levine. But Mark Levine would do a 26.4, and it's 26.2 for Cody Lawrence. These two, hardly anything between them. Cody Lawrence now is coming to that DRS zone, Adam, and this is going to be his best chance.
Yep. Mark Levine, he probably should, try
get
and weave in, get out of the way, try and defend the inside as much as you can. And there we go, DRS open. Can Mark Levine hold on to it? I mean, he is a little bit farther back. No, he's not. No, not for Cody Lawrence, he's not. And he's going to dive down the inside, and he's going to take back the lead of the races. Thank you very much. Wish we could have battled more, but I want that lead back. Thank you.
Yeah, a bit too kind there by Mark Levine. Didn't really try and force the issue. But Adam is still within DRS range, and he's certainly got the pace to match Cody Lawrence. So, can he hold on now through this final sector and get the DRS himself the next lap and get him fight back? You ought to imagine the actual tyre differential, the delta between the two, is pretty close now. A few laps in on the run. The times are pretty similar.
Well,
Cody's not scamping away, let's put it that way. He's gained a bit of time, but not enough to get out of DRS range. And we've got some more lap traffic coming up, Adam, so there's still a few more twists and turns, but Cody Lawrence, fastest lap of the race, 25.1.
He said, you know what, give me the 3-second time penalty. I got to try and win this, but he locks up the brakes in the turn 1 and absolutely ruins that.
Yeah, he's not doing himself any favours, unfortunately, Mark Levine, and it's very scrappy. Almost giving up the ghost there, Adam. But, like I said, there's still some lap cars in front of Cody. Anything could still happen.
Well, they're approaching lap traffic. Oh,
well, one's got out of the way, but someone's going on a bit further forward, and that was close. Not sure what happened there. I'm not sure which lap car it was either, but...
Well, now Mark Levine has to worry about a 3-second time penalty. We saw that happen with legs. I think there's either something wrong with the detection point on the front straight, or if there's just no DRS and drivers are hearing the beep like they do have DRS. So he has a 3-second time penalty, so he has to remain basically 3 seconds. It has to have right where he's at. He can't go much further backwards into the clutches of Danny Hernandez.
No, he's got 5 seconds to work with on that, so he should be alright, but obviously he's been locking the brakes up, so it's sort of in his hands whether he wants to fall into the clutches of Danny in that 3-second time penalty or not. Meanwhile, Jerome holding on to that final points paying position. I think he's got over a minute on 11th though, so I think it's pretty safe now. Yeah, there's some big gaps going on here, Adam. Was that a minute 23 between 10th and 11th? That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 10 is quite spread out.
Yeah, there's everyone's sort of got into their own little race eventually.
Oh, there's somebody off to the side there. That's Statics Pan. Oh, almost gets into somebody there. Oh, man, that could have been a disaster.
Yeah, who was that? It
was Rebel Gales.
Rebel Gales. Oh, yeah, it looks that way. Yeah, it was running a Mercedes livery anyway, whoever it was.
Well, Jerome has gone off.
Oh, well, he needs to have a few more times before Frankie Ranchico becomes a threat. Speaking of
he dropped a second.
Yeah, speaking of threats, looks like no one's going to threaten Cody Lawrence now. 3.5 seconds ahead of Mark Levine, who fought valiantly, but as we said last season, Cody Lawrence is a relentless machine at times, and he's proving it again tonight as he works the final lap of this Buddha International circuit. He didn't have it all his own way though, Adam. He did have to fight for it, you know, with the way the pit stops worked. But Cody Lawrence once again, it's like he's going to pick up a victory, start his campaign and his battle for back-to-back championships. Just a few corners left to go, Adam. Just goes past the lap car there. And just one more maybe before the finish. See, hopefully don't get caught up in this and I've cursed him. Nope, gets out of the way. He makes his way around the final turn. Cody Lawrence is going to win the first race of the season, Adam. Mark Levine is going to be second.
Yep.
Even with a 3-second time penalty, it's not going to change anything. Danny Hernandez, a brilliant drive to finish third. He was also in contention for the win. He led a few laps tonight, Adam, so we're pretty happy with that. But the third place to start his season. White race for fourth place, Kieran Fox. You may have a loud livery and way, there we go, that's what we like to see.
Yep. Chaos.
A bit of ramping. Yep. It's a tradition in ALC.
And
Kieran Fox comes over fourth. He has the loudest livery in his eyes, but he had a very quiet race today. Matt Chevrolet fought back to fifth. He had some great battles early on. And he's at the final corner. I don't know if that was for style points or whether he actually just decided overcooked it, but either way, P5 for Matt Chevrolet. And we just wait now for legs in P6. To round out our points finishes who are on the lead lap.
There we go.
We did it.
We did it.
There's still a couple of drivers out there, I believe, but Cody Lawrence does his victory donuts.
I didn't realize there was different camera angles here. Okay. Glad I'm just now seeing that.
I'm glad you learned that after 30 laps, Adam.
In practice, it wasn't giving me different angles, and I would have preferred that angle. So Kyle Doherty will cross the line in 16th, and Tromboni just parked on the side. So, but the man of the night is this man right here, Cody Lawrence, picking up another win and starts his season off with a bang by winning tonight's race. So, well, Cody Lawrence back to business, and everybody else has a little catching up to do to catch him. So, definitely a driver of the day. It's got to be Matt Chevrolet.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yep. I mean, he battled really hard early on to get himself into position, used the pit stops well, and gave himself a good advantage. P5, good finish. But like I said, Cody Lawrence starts the season off with a bang, and we're already asking ourselves, is anyone going to be able to tame the Cody Lawrence beast this season? And we've done our first round, and the answer so far is no. But the usual suspects are there. Mark Levine. It doesn't make it easy for Cody, but he just can't quite reel him in enough, unfortunately, at the moment. He's very much the bridesmaid this time in the ACC series.
Well, next week we will be back. We will head to. Where are we heading to? I haven't memorized the calendar yet. We are headed to
Mount Trebelon.
Yep, Mount Tremblant JP
Or
with
Mont
the
Tremblant.
chicane. So another new track to the AC calendar.
Yes, but
So-
isn't that the old kart track?
Maybe I'm not entirely sure where that's at. So, but we'll when we return next week, we'll have another track to talk about. And of course, the championship standings are not official right now, but we can call that Cody Lawrence will be at the top. Mark Levine in second, Danny Hernandez third, Karen Fox fourth, and Matt Chevry in fifth for the top five. So, well, James, thank you very much, and thank you for all of you at home for watching. Make sure to hit that follow button here on Twitch, and then head on over to YouTube and hit subscribe. Catch up on all the action here at Apollo Racing Club. Of course, tune in on Monday nights for our ACC GT3 TCR League multi-class racing on Monday nights. Tuesday nights here in a few weeks we'll return with NASCAR Truck Series. Wednesday nights, of course, ACF1, and possibility of the new TC ARC, a TC iRacing League here on Thursdays. So, well, James, thank you. And you have a good night, sir, and all of you as well at home. You're watching Apollo Racing Club, and we'll see you next Wednesday for more racing action here from Apollo Racing Club.